Today on Studio G, how students at UNLV can experience recovery from addiction.
And rising green awareness through an alternative energy festival on campus.
Stay tuned, Studio G starts right now. Hi, welcome to Studio G. I'm Donald Woods.
And I'm Victoria Janae. A very popular craft store has become unglued. After claiming they were the victim of hack, Michaels revealed the result of a 3-month investigation. The craft chain breach had lasted 8 months and affected 3 million customers. Some shoppers' credit cards and debit cards were compromised. However, Michaels says there is nothing that indicated the name or PIN numbers were stolen.
Helping Young People Experience Recovery is a free organization on campus for students recovering from drug addiction. Reporter Katie McLean has the story.
What made me realize that I needed to stop was that my life had become completely unmanageable.
As the clock ticks by, UNLV's Hyper organization allows students to come on in and share their experiences among each other. And once that door closes, it's the sound of a new beginning.
It's like peers supporting peers, students supporting students. And they're helping each other with their own personal recovery process, not have an increasing effect on their drug of choice.
Studies have shown that your brain isn't fully developed until between the ages of 22 and 25. If you think of your brain as a cell phone, once you start adding drugs to the mix, the connection between your front and midbrain can become lost. And because of the disconnect, people who use drugs during these crucial stages of development may cause irreversible damage in the future.
You experience this rock bottom. Once you experience that, you either have a choice to just end everything or continue down the same thing as what you're doing, or you can try and change things and make things different. And for me, I chose to take a leap of faith and make things different.
The thing with our group is it's not, you have a problem, you got to stop everything you're doing and focus on that and work. No. They help you through it because they've been there. You literally start to build up this kind of like, my lifestyle involves this hyper meeting every week. If I don't have it, it freaks me out, it bothers me a little bit.
Students who try this group therapy do become comfortable and familiar with the process over time and recognize that they produce stronger and more long-lasting results.
So, the peer group is really important. I mean, I can come in and I have a lot of expertise in treating drug addiction, but me talking to a 20-year-old is a whole lot less effective in many ways than another 20-year-old sitting next to somebody saying, I was right where you were.
We all share a lot of things in common, and hearing other people's stories and how they deal with their problems helps me deal with my issues.
Someone going through drug addiction recovery alone may feel like it's an impossible task. But with organizations such as Hyper, by sharing and learning through other people's experiences on campus, you may find that it's possible to achieve recovery together. For Studio G, I'm Katie McLean.
And for more information, visit the Rebel Wellness Zone Wednesdays at 11:30 in room 1010. Do you and your partner cuddle all night or hold hands while you sleep? It turns out that these romantic sleeping habits may signal a happier, healthier relationship compared to couples who don't touch while snoozing. This may have you getting closer to your partner, at least while you're sleeping. A new study presented this week at the Edinburgh International Science Festival in Scotland suggests your preferred sleeping habits may reveal a lot about your relationship. Professor Richard Wiseman from University of Hertfordshire conducted the new study that asked more than 1,000 people to describe their preferred sleeping habits and then to rate their personality and quality of their relationships. And it looks like most of us prefer to sleep facing different directions, but still touching or in close proximity. When asked their favorite sleeping position, 42% of people in the survey said they preferred sleeping back to back, and 31% liked to sleep facing the same direction. Only 4% of people said they prefer to sleep facing each other. Now, the numbers that might have you thinking about getting closer at night, the study also found that 94% of couples who spent the night in contact with one another reported being happy with their relationships, compared to only 68% of people who said they were happy but didn't sleep in close proximity to one another. And the farther apart couples slept from one another, the worse they said they felt about their relationship. The university says this is a first of a kind in its study to offer insights into someone's relationship by simply asking them how they sleep.
Living green is becoming a normal lifestyle. Reporter Troy Fosgate has more.
UNLV's Greenfest specializes in alternative energy awareness, mixed in with music and playful activities. Recycling is a major part in living an eco-friendly lifestyle.
Recycling is super easy in Las Vegas in multiple neighborhoods because it's just one bin and you can throw everything in there that's recyclable. So it's making it super friendly for people to just go ahead and participate, and it's free, and there's no better way to be helping the environment than by doing something that doesn't really cost you too much physical energy.
I always try to recycle whenever I can. If I can carpool, drive less. Anything I can do to be eco-friendly.
Solar power energy, it saves power and money.
Solar power is coming up. I mean, at this point in time, we know that electric rates are going to go up and up and up and up and up. If you have a solar power system, you've bought 40 years of energy at less than today's rates.
Alternative energy is here to stay, and it will expand further along the future.
If I want to narrow it down to Vegas and UNLV, I think we're headed in a great direction. UNLV is doing so many things. Apart from being leaders with the hydration stations, we have over 40 on campus. Our recycling program continues to be great. I feel like UNLV is a great leader for the Vegas community. And if we continue on that path, the future is looking good.
For Studio G, I'm Troy Fosgate.
Alternative energy will save environments and maintain a healthier planet Earth. So, Don, do you recycle at all?
Surprisingly, now that I think about it, no, I don't. But I should be, because believe it or not, I used to actually work in the environmental school here at UNLV, and I did learn a lot about recycling. There's some cool stuff going on in advancing solar energy.
Well, that's good. I actually started recycling 3 months ago, so that should be pretty cool.
Coming up after the break, an organization on campus gives back to a local charity.
And a new digital procedure may help young and old who are in need of dentures.
Glasses are doing more for the community center than ever before. Joining a student organization can enhance and redefine the UNLV college experience. UNLV has over 200 registered student organizations on campus and in the Las Vegas community, encompassing a variety of interests, activities, and beliefs among the student body. To explore, access, and join a student organization, visit the Involvement Center website under my.unlv.edu. Be a rebel. Get involved.
NSPCA, where no animal has an expiration date.
Probably the most stressful part of your junior and senior year when you were in high school, but the SATs are about to get easier for the next generation of future college students. The new versions of the test won't hit schools until 2 years from now, but students can still get a sneak peek. The College Board released samples of the admissions exam. The board is doing things like taking out words that most people no longer use, but it will still have the classic sessions like reading, writing, and math, and an optional essay. Another change, the top score will drop from 2,400 back to 1,600, and there will be no penalty for wrong answers. The new test will be available in spring of 2016.
A certain sorority on campus is offering their help to the community through fun and games. Reporter Daphne Barreto gives us the story.
Games, music, and fun. Alpha Delta Pi held their Diamond Games at UNLV on Thursday.
Right now it's like a carnival setup. Each organization makes their own booth.
Our grand prize is 2 tickets to see Steve Aoki.
Participants of the event shared their favorite part of the games.
Oh, probably the dunk tank. Yeah, that's the only one I played today, and I made it, so feel good about myself.
So you can pie us if you want to, and also the dunk tank.
The Diamond Games offer UNLV students the opportunity to have fun, play games, and donate money to charity.
The purpose of this event is to raise money for our charity. It's Ronald McDonald House. They take care of the families of sick children that are in the hospital. We're just trying to raise money so that they have a place to live. And the goal is to raise as many tickets as they possibly can. Each ticket is $1.
It actually feels good because we as a fraternity try to do the same thing. And if we can do it in another way by helping others help others, I think that's the best thing to do. And especially the Ronald McDonald House charities. They help a lot of the people, especially with scholarships and all that, even the local chapters.
This is one of our many things that we do. We raised like $5,000 last year. It doubled our year before that. And we also go to RMH, the actual house, and I love it. It's a lot of fun.
From Studio G, I'm Daphne Barreto.
Alpha Delta Phi will be holding more events in the near future. To make sure to check them out by visiting the UNLV social calendar.
Having a perfect smile comes with a cost, and for some senior citizens, dealing with dentures can be a pain. However, with new dental technology, young people will never have to have use of those dentures, and seniors won't have to struggle so much with them. Reporter Susan Hendricks for today's Health Minute brings us the story.
With the birth of his new grandchild, Charlie Thrush has a lot to be happy about. And that's a good thing because he also has a brand new smile.
Now, how does it feel?
Fine.
Feels good?
Feels good.
At age 18, Charlie had a serious gum disease called a pyorrhea that caused him to lose his teeth. For over 50 years, he has worn dentures, which have had their drawbacks.
Good. I was having problems with them staying in my mouth, number one.
Then Charlie heard about a digital imaging procedure that makes precise dentures through measurements programmed into a computer. The computer makes a 3D image model that is used to make the dentures. The fit is more exact, which means less slipping. The dentures are more natural and provide other health benefits.
You have less sore spots, and with the better fit dentures, you have less bone loss. With the better fit denture, you'll have less adherence of the bacteria to the denture, so you have less denture smell.
And because fitting only requires 2 visits, it also means less time at the doctor's office. And that's just fine with Charlie, who would rather be with his granddaughter than in a dentist's chair.
Everybody that looks at me says, you have beautiful teeth. I don't tell them they're false. I tell them, thank you.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Susan Hendricks.
Dentures are not limited to age. They're meant for anyone who have lost or missing teeth. It's the Las Vegas observation wheel, the High Roller, received a Guinness World Record on Thursday. For being the tallest of its kind in the world, the reel stands at 550 feet, taller than the 443-foot London Eye and the 451-foot Singapore Flyer. The High Roller has 28 air-conditioned cabins that give the public a 30-minute experience of the Las Vegas skyline. It has been open since March 31st of this year.
Technology advancement is at an all-time high. Glasses are now doing more than helping visual impaired people.
No, these glasses aren't from a Lady Gaga music video. They're being used by doctors to help them spot dye injected into a person's vein.
The area that lights up, kind of like what you'd see on a weather map when you see the radar pictures, that's the most intense spot where that dye was picked up.
For example, during this surgery, the doctor is targeting a lymph node, and after putting on the glasses, the lymph node shines blue. But advancing the technology even further is Washington University professor Dr. Sam Achilfu, who is creating a new dye that would detect cancer cells in any part of the body.
You can kind of see the edge of the cancer by wearing the goggles and administering this contrast agent that he's developing.
A surgeon could see where a cancer cell ends and begins, and where the healthy tissue is.
It really has the ability to potentially revolutionize the way that we take care of cancer patients.
For Studio G, I'm Valerie Mercenier.
This week's temperatures are feeling like summer is just right around the corner.
That's right, Donald, and I sure can't wait to hit the pools this weekend. How is it looking, Christina?
The weather right now is awesome, but we do have some cloud cover, so if you've been outside, you know that there is clouds, and we'll be right back after this break.
Has over 200 registered student organizations on campus and in the Las Vegas community, encompassing a variety of interests, activities, and beliefs among the student body. To explore, access, and join a student organization, visit the Involvement Center website under my.unlv.edu. Be a rebel. Get involved.
We're Combox Radio, and we talk about anything from relationships, friendships, family, and school. Yeah, anything like that.
We know our shows from the 3 to 4 o'clock hour. We want to take that hour to just kind of let everyone unwind and just
take a break with us.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Crystal Magorza, and my show is called Combox Radio with Crystal May. We are on Thursdays from 3 to 4 p.m.
The break. So right now we're at 76 degrees, cloudy with winds at 16 miles per hour. So we do have this cold front that is making those cooler conditions and a weak low pressure system leaving us with cooler temperatures. And to get a better look, you can see right here the clouds will be moving out, and we can't expect any moisture to stay north of us, so we won't have any rain just yet. But the East Coast is having this large low pressure system dropping rain, and they're even having some flood warnings out there. So for the valley, we can see that we have Kyle Canyon at 57 degrees, downtown at 79, the Strip at 76, Green Valley at 75, and Henderson at 72 degrees. So the rest of your day will look like this. 3 p.m., 82 degrees with winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. At 6 p.m., we'll drop down to 81, and winds will pick up a little bit to 9 to 14 miles per hour. And then at 9 p.m., we'll drop down all the way to 75 degrees, and then winds will be at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lake Mead will have a high of 83, a low of 68 with winds 18 to 22 miles per hour. Mount Charleston will have a high of 60 and a low of 37 with winds 15 miles per hour and gusts even up to 21. And they can experience some rain showers tonight. So because of all the wind coming through, we still are at medium for allergies. And on Tuesday, next week, we can expect that to go up to high because we will have windy conditions. Now, I know it's cloudy today, but it's warming up and our UV index is at high, so be sure to put that sunscreen on today. And the rest of our week will look like this. We have Saturday at 79, Sunday will warm up to 80, Monday we can get all the way up to 91 degrees, and then on Tuesday we'll have some breezy conditions, and on Thursday we'll keep those breezy conditions. And I wanted to show you guys a video from Michigan. They were having snow, so while we have these warmer conditions, they were just having snowstorms, and you see that car running off the road right there. So I don't know, I just think it's interesting that they're having all this snow, and then the East Coast or Southern is having these really bad storms.
You know, it's actually kind of weird here. This morning I was out on alumni walk with another professor because the C-SPAN bus was here, and I could have sworn it looked like it was going to rain. We're not going to be experiencing no rain coming up?
No, if we do have any rain, it will be later on tonight, and it'll be slight showers. So I'm calling it slight showers maybe tonight around, I don't know, midnight, but we won't experience any kind of heavy rain. That's all going to stay north of us, Mount Charleston, and to the south, to the East Coast.
Well, Las Vegas is welcoming the sun, so
Yeah.
I don't mind the shade, you know. Coming up after the break, reporter Troy Fosgate sits down with photographer Daniel Ward.
Volunteers of Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada.
I want this place to be a place that they feel safe, it's secure, a place where they get inspired. So many times we kind of get complacent in our everyday life, transforming lives in the community from the inside out. I've been in fitness my whole life, but now tying that in now in my spiritual walk, it's been just amazing. Some people may want to run a marathon. Some may want to just get off their asthma inhaler. Exercising and moving our bodies, I think it's, you know, we say if you don't use it, you lose it.
Hello, I'm Troy Fosgate. I'm here with award photo photographer Daniel Lord. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Fantastic, Daniel. Appreciate it. Daniel, how did the name Award Photo come about?
It's a play off my last name, Ward, and also it's a reminder to me and for people that I'll give the best quality photos to them for any service they will have.
Fantastic. And what got you initially interested into photography?
Obviously, we all play around with our cameras. You know, it's not that hard to get one. But once I came to UNLV, I had a friend on a baseball team, realized they didn't get enough coverage, and I felt that as a person with a camera, I should be able to go out there and take photos. And after a while being out there with the baseball team, the Rebel Yell contacted me and said, do you want to take pictures for other sports? And that's where it just took off from there.
Fantastic. And for baseball, talk about more about that, how that pretty much got into the scope of photography towards the Rebel Yell.
When I first went out there, I was really nervous. You know, I didn't really know exactly what I could do. But then talked to the coach, Tim Chambers, and he said basically, just as long as you don't get in the way, you can do whatever you want. And then as I started sharing my pictures with players, and then everyone started noticing me, and they're just like, hey, can we get some pictures of ourselves? So from there, other sports, other people want pictures, and that's how I'm at.
Nice. What type of photography are you best at? Do you specialize in?
Personally, I still have a passion for sports. I played baseball in high school, so I love capturing those action shots. It's not planned out, so you have to be ready on the mark for any moment, anything that may come up in the way. People, water, you never know, Gatorade bath, anything. So I love sports photography.
Being in action sports photography, since you're in competition with other photographers, how is that competition like to snap the best photo?
Oh, it's a great feeling. Like, for example, after one of the basketball games this year, you know, players rushing you on the court, you don't know where exactly you're gonna go. I got one shot, and then I posted on Instagram right after, and people loved it. And it's just a good feeling to know that you just beat out someone. It's like it's a competition within the competition. This is proof who's the best photographer.
Fantastic. And what's sports media and photography? What's the what's social media? How's the impact of social media play into photography as a whole?
It's basically you have to have almost every outlet of social media available. People like Tumblr, Instagram, it's a big one. Just it's able, when you do the hashtag, you never know who's looking, and if people are looking for photographers, is a good way to put your name out there. There's a quick glance they can show their business partners, and then you can get referrals to any type of business for any shooting.
What's your favorite personal moment, your biggest achievement as a photographer?
Biggest moment. I would have to say during this past UNLV football game up at UNR. They did the Gatorade bath. It was a good moment. Got to rush the field, so it was a pretty good experience. So, and I'm a bunch of friends with people on the team, so it was like a nice bonding experience, you would say.
For sure. And what's your advice for people that's looking to seek into the world of photography?
It doesn't matter what type of camera you have. It just matters what type of photos you take. So even though you may see someone with like a $6,000 camera, you have a $200 camera, it doesn't really matter who has the better one. It just matters what you can do with your camera.
So, and what is your long-term projections? Where do you see Award Photo being in, say, a decade?
Oh, decade. Ooh, that's a tough one. But hopefully I want to work with like Getty Images somewhere out there, just to have my name out there. Also want to bring light to like other sports that don't get as much coverage, like say women's tennis, other than like men's basketball here. So I had to put them on a level playing field.
Aside from baseball, what other sports are you interested in shooting for Award Photo?
Big lover of soccer. So if I could somehow work through the ranks to go to a professional soccer, that would be like a dream job, along with baseball.
For sure. And you as a student at UNLV, what is your college major?
My current major is criminal justice, and I'm a minor in biology.
Fantastic. And what was your favorite moment just being a student at UNLV outside of a word photo?
Biggest moment, well, before I got into photography, I was a student in the student section, so, you know, showing up to the games early, cheering. I'm also like helping with the rebellion, you know, making Kim Kong. So all those moments, those better, even though I'm still a photographer, those moments still like reach me.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
No problem.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break with Kyle King for your entertainment news.
Joining a student organization can enhance and redefine the UNLV college experience. UNLV has over 200 registered student organizations on campus and in the Las Vegas community, encompassing a variety of interests, activities, and beliefs among the student body. To explore, access, and join a student organization, visit the Involvement Center website under my.unlv.edu. Be a rebel. Get involved.
Good afternoon, Las Vegas. I'm Kyle King with your entertainment news. We've all heard of those online dating sites such as Match.com, eHarmony, and even BlackPeopleMeet.com. The Green Bay Packers created an online dating site for the Packer fans to intertwine with each other. The Green Bay Packers created a dating site for the Packer fans so they can basically intertwine with each other. It has features such as forums, messages, and chats. Die-hard Green Bay fans can communicate in ways to create new friendships, find a new lover, or just go on the website to have a good time. There are currently over 500 users signed up to the website, and it continues to grow. The name of the website is www.greenbaypackerlovers.com. If you're single and lonely, why not check out the dating site? In more entertainment news, the box office is prepared for a big hit. Haunted House 2 starring Marlon Wayans comes out tonight. Ugh. That's when the paranormal and hilarious activity begins.
You're supposed to keep reading.
No? Okay. It's the voiceover thing. It's Friday. If you have a date or just want to have a good laugh, go check that movie out. The weather is changing and the winds are picking up across the nation. This woman is known for her party lifestyle and also twerking at the awards show. Whether you love or hate her, Miley Cyrus is recovering from the hospital. Miley Cyrus had to cancel her Banger Tour performance after being hospitalized from a bad illness. Cyrus had a severe allergic reaction to antibiotics. Cyrus sent a tweet to her fans from her hospital bed. It looks like too much partying in the USA caused Miley's immune system to fall, causing her sickness. Maybe she will learn to tone down a little bit. Well, are you guys excited for the movie Haunted House 2 that comes out today?
I haven't seen the first one, so believe it or not, I got to see the first one in order to see the second one. But you know what? On the Green Bay Packers dating site, a lot of people I've heard, reviews that it's a little bit silly. But when you think about it, dating sites, some people make that their whole life, sports and especially Green Bay. So I think that might be interesting.
Yeah,
we'll definitely have to check that Packer dating site out.
Definitely. Well, that's all the news that we have for you today. I'm Kyle King.
I'm Donald Woods.
And I'm Victoria Janae. Tune in to us next week for this edition of Studio G.